everybody, and welcome back
to another session of Aurorum, Kingmaker.
This is the Orcish kingdom of butt sniff scratching.
Go on, Jake, you too.
Would you like a whiff?
Oh, this is terrible. Jake, you're being called to do the voice too?
No.
Nope. I'm an orc in falsetto. So
It's a man who still has his pride intact.
all right, so coming back, we're gonna get into the what has happened this past month. So your kingdom month has come to pass. So, where are we? I actually have to check something really quickly before we do this month. Log. Come on. Ugh, motherfucker.
We're in December.
Oh, no, don't do that shit. I don't have a Facebook. We were in what for us we would identify with being December, what Jake would identify with being July, and then going into what we would identify with being January. And January is way more frightening than December when it comes to that shit. My wife's just coming home now, so dog is barking like crazy. All right, let me just checking right here. Sorry, I was on the phone, so I didn't look this stuff up beforehand.
Not really be good enough, is it, Scott? I am considering that I might put my +3 into loyalty rather than economy.
Loyalty instead
Oh,
of...
well, no, actually, because it would just... No, never mind.
Yeah, loyalty is never as big of a concern
Yeah,
as
it isn't.
economy is.
Yeah, agreed.
So, just checking something out. So how many... One guild versus one noble. Everybody else is above that. So let me just check over how this impacts things. And then we're going to have you roll the checks. It's been a while since we did the rolling. Guild is adding to... So let's see. Anybody who is at the merchant is adding to economy. Anybody who's at guild does nothing. Anybody who's at noble adds to stability. So you have one to stability. And advisors and up. So 1 second. So we are going to do 2 stability, 3, 4, 5 bonus to stability, 6 bonus to stability, 7 bonus to economy for this roll. So let's go stability from Patreon. So economy is 7, stability is 6. That's how your modifiers are going to be as it stands right now. And then we had a couple things we wanted to do. So also treasury, the amount that came in from the treasury to make this clear. Patreon gives a flat 1, and then for every person of the noble or higher tier adds 1 BP. So that is same as we just said beforehand, 6 being added to BP into your treasury. So you're up to 21 before we do anything else. Cool. No, sorry, 7 being added in because there's 1 from the base. So you have 22 treasury before we actually start rolling. And this is just literally kind of like the kingdom doing so well, funds coming in, etc., etc., etc. So that's kind of where that sits at the moment. So reminding you guys how it is that this plays out. I'm going to pull this up and try to like reveal it for everybody. Monthly kingdom checks, show to players. This is how it is that we keep track of everything. So with the monthly, kind of like put that right there. I hope it's easy enough for everybody to read over in the... do you want me to go over to the map chart? Let's go to the map one. That'd probably be a little bit easier for everybody to follow. So let's transition and go over to map. Oh, we didn't transition. Transition. So you can kind of like see what's going on, what we're talking about. All right, move you to the side over here. And see our kingdom. We really gotta change the shape of the kingdom, guys. I mean, seriously?
Yeah, we're just growing it to penetrate Haldgwen.
Oh, Christ almighty. It's the worst. All right, so moving on. Let's have our actual checks take place now. So let's see. With the kingdom checks, the first thing you have to do is for the stability check to see how things are kind of like settling. I need you guys to roll me a stability check. Your stability DC as a reminder. And
25.
Here is the link.
D20 plus 16.
Here's the link for everybody so you can kind of see. So this is copy link for viewing. I'm going to throw this back into Twitch chat so everybody can see. Who is going to roll this check? Don't everybody jump on it.
Neil can go first and I'll take the next one.
Okay, roll 1d20 plus, and it's a plus 16, yeah?
It is a plus 16. You guys actually have a pretty Oh, hold on.
Don't you dare debuff me, because Baron's AFK.
So your AFK right now is Magister, because you slipped over to... Oh, but...
No, I wasn't Magister. So the AFK one that wasn't before is the Warden. Not Warden, sorry. This is the problem when I said don't change their names, and you did.
Okay, that's fine. No, you're fine. You're actually good to go.
Because I'm in Spymaster now. But it has no effect, realistically. The only difference was I moved over to Spymaster to prevent that one unrest tick.
Correct,
which means that the Marshal is the other one.
Correct. Literally everything you just said. So you're more or less just staying in your current position, but stopping the... Yep, you're good to go. Perfect. So it's going to be... That's a plus 16, dude. That's pretty gnarly. That's awesome.
Failed.
Oh, hold on. You get a 23 total. You can easily modify that, sir.
Yeah, I guess.
You have a 75% chance of success. Gorgeous, darling. Gorgeous. Loving it. So you have a 25 total, so you have no issues there because you beat the DC of 25 for control. So good job. So more or less the way it goes is in your kingdom. The kingdom is actually able to maintain pretty strong, pretty well. So you actually, I'm going to go over some other stuff in a second. The people, even though they're hearing of Hodwin's growth, because the rumors of it are starting to spread, even though that's a bit concerning, the fact that you have close relations with Rid, you had peoples come from other nations to come and spend a positive time here and seem to be enjoying themselves. The fact that both goblins and owlbears were put to rest. People seem very satisfied with the growth of the kingdom overall this past month. Consumption. Your current consumption in the country is a 5. So you can immediately remove that from your treasury, bringing it down to a 17. I'll handle that for you, which is beautiful. After that is going to be roll to see if you create your first magic item. Jake, would you like to roll a D100? Finally! You guys finally created a magic item. Oh, that's beautiful. That's beautiful. So we're actually we let you roll. So it's actually the Shrine of Rogar creates the first magic item, and we're gonna get to that in a moment.
Fitting.
What magic item that is? Huh?
I said that's fitting.
Yeah, it is fitting because it was the first building created too, right? So
Tesh's was the Martyr Shrine, I believe.
Well, I think we later on turned that into the Martyr Shrine, but that's okay. We'll say it's Rogar. You know, screw the Martyr.
It's the holy whip of flagelling, stained with one's blood.
As part of Unrest check, so important thing to notice about Unrest check, because of the facts that the there is there you aren't 11 or higher. There's no rules there. Confirm leadership assignment roles. We've already confirmed that, and the issue is because
wait, sorry, I'm just reading. If our unrest was at 0 when we succeeded that roll, correct? So we gain 1.
It was at 0 because I didn't add anything on yet.
So we gain 1 BP. Apparently.
Oh, yeah, that's right, because you succeeded. Good job.
This little thing tells me your little cheat sheet.
Yep,
very useful.
Good call. So that brings treasury back up to 18. Good job, Neil. Thank you. However, you are going to gain unrest now Because you do have Elliot is missing. Elliot Mon is missing. When he's not there, unrest increases by 1 automatically. So your unrest immediately increases by 1. So that happens. But one of the other things I do want to point out, I do want to state, and this isn't just me being nice, you guys had 2 problems put before your nation, 2 dangerous things taking place, and you handled both of them in one fell swoop. So you actually were able to remove the unrest by 1 as like a circumstantial modifier because of the fact that you killed both the goblins and the owlbear. So that goes back to a 0. That brings us to claiming hexes. You guys are welcome to try to claim hexes. I think you wanted to explore Rid and claim Rid right now. So did you want to explore Rid? Because you hadn't done that yet.
I certainly think exploring Reed is a good shout. However, Juan is the master diplomat when it comes to dealing with Tally and Reed. So, we'll leave it to his expertise as to whether they wish to become part of the kingdom yet.
If you're having this conversation with him, he'd just say, I don't think it'd be too hard to convince them.
There is the other argument, is that spies from Reed become a lot less effective and basically non-existent if they're part of our kingdom.
Yeah, I would agree.
At the very least, you guys might want to explore it first. And you guys were kind of doing that with what it was that was happening beforehand. Do you want to say that you were officially having it explored by either soldiers?
Yeah, let's have it explored.
Okay. Yeah.
So between soldiers looking for missing Valrin, between your time spent down there, 1, and everything so on and so forth, we'll say that it has officially been explored, which doesn't cost anything to explore if I remember correctly. It's actually just time which you spent. So what you learn about Rid is that it is in fact a village, not a town or anything like that. And as a village, the only and you can actually see it on that little cheat sheet that we have. So if you click on the cheat sheet I have it set up, you can actually see what it has there. Not much by way of established buildings. It has a pier, it has a mill, and it has a tavern. But the tavern is currently non-functioning. It's considered abandoned, in the sense that it does not have any tenements or houses or mansions built next to it to make it function. So tavern is non-functioning at the moment. It actually increases unrest as opposed to decreases unless you can get it functioning back up. So, and you guys already kind of knew that because you've experienced the town. So if you want to claim that hex, as a reminder, you need to spend 1 BP to do so, but also it becomes talks.
Becomes what?
Talks, like relation speaking.
Yeah. We have already put plans in motion with Reed, so maybe, like you said, not going for it right now and seeing if that bears any fruit. Might be the best way to go.
So this would be how you would bear the fruit. Is you still have to do the kingdom check stuff, yeah.
So claiming it would have no issue with what we were doing with the spies and all that.
Elaborate, sorry.
So when we were last, when one was last there, Tally suggested that Reed merchants may even be able to act as spies.
Oh, correct. Sure. Fine enough. And that can still go through. They can still act as spies down in Hod Gwen. Taking over Reed, you would have to kind of make it an announcement that you took it, because the people there would have to know and so on and so forth. But it's up to you. You know what I mean? If you want to take that land, because it would be broadcasted. You don't take land and nobody knows. The people there would be
so maybe we leave that. Maybe we leave that for a little while and see what Tally can come up with. Because she was the one that suggested spies, and if they can, if we announce more or less that Reed's part of our kingdom, that thing kind of goes to shit. So.
I would say we give them 1 more month, maybe.
Yeah.
Just to see, and then, because we've explored it now. Can I just? I'm I need to confirm what's in these hexes.
Which ones? My apologies. Ping for me.
So these ones are prepared. These two purple ones.
Purple ones are prepared. Yep.
They have farms on, do they?
Correct. This
Okay.
one right here, you want it to build a water, a fishery.
Fishery, yeah.
This month, you're about to do that. That we're about to get to that phase.
Yeah. What I was wondering is whether it's worth claiming like these hexes here to put farms on them as well.
Which hexes? I'm sorry.
These two farmable ones.
It's up to you. Farms have perks and pitfalls. First, claiming the hex is expensive and increases the DC, but farms also offer what exactly?
-2 on consumption, basically.
Correct, but what about control DC? So let's see what it offers again. I'm opening.
And -4 control. We have 2 farms, so they're -2 per. Really? Oh my god.
Oh wait, farms don't reduce control.
That's what it says on this little spreadsheet.
Wait, what?
Oh no, -4 consumption, not control.
Yeah. As it reduces consumption. But so it's actually reduces consumption by 2 BP each, as you were saying. But it doesn't increase stability. So more or less, you're adding to your DC without adding to your modifier.
Yeah. In which hexes here do we have our sawmills in?
The one sawmill is the purple hex with the star on it, which
Okay,
is why
cool.
it has the little.
Cool.
Yeah.
So maybe
Let me
I'm
zoom up
thinking
so people can see what we're talking about.
I'm thinking maybe Jake, we just build some more sawmills in our claimed hexes
Yep.
because it will
I'll cover
reduce
that.
our consumption and increase our stability.
So this blue hex is not prepared for
Yeah,
you
yeah,
have
but-
to prepare it, but you can prepare and build a sawmill there. Mm-hmm.
The other green ones are they
The
not?
green
Oh
ones
no,
are
yeah,
Not even
explored.
claimed. Yep.
Yeah, so our size is currently 4, which is okay. Yeah, so let's prepare that blue one then, and build a sawmill on it.
Okay. If you do build that sawmill, which you're of course welcome to do, you can't put the blue one over here because currently you can only do 2 improvements per turn. So one improvement would be preparation, the other one would be building a sawmill, which is fine. Just making sure that you're aware of that.
You mean can't do the fishery over there?
Correct.
As far as I'm aware, fisheries aren't actually as good. Let me double check. this.
Fishery decreases consumption by 1. A sawmill increases stability by 1 and increases your
And-
BP by 1.
Yeah. So the sawmills are just better.
Yep. So you want to do that then?
That would be my argument. What does Jake think?
Yeah, no, that sounds good. Can we build anything in our town
Yep.
as well?
Yep, you absolutely can. So let's do the trade, even though it's technically supposed to happen afterwards. Let's do the improvements first. So we're going to turn this blue one into a purple one, and then this is going to lose the leaf because it's not a farm, and it's going to gain the sawmill, which is that little guy right there. So you're gaining the sawmill, and you're going to increase on your sheet down here over on our kingdom tracker. Sawmill goes from 1 to 2. Oop, I just wrote 12. Now it says 122. Okay, there we go. So from 1 to 2, increasing stability, decreasing consumption, which is beautiful. Making sure I'm reading that correctly. So by decreased consumption, more or less what they're saying is that +1 BP during taxes kind of counters the consumption time. You know what I'm saying? That's like how they're doing the math for this. However, not this one time around. This one time around, it's going to, because the first time you built it, we're just going to add 1 more into your BP. Mm-hmm. Moving on. So, just because of the way that the algorithm kind of like works itself out. But moving on, continue what we're saying. So, an important thing to note as well is that it takes 2 months to prepare forests for becoming able to be built on. But because you've owned those forests, you've claimed them for more than 2 months, I'm fine with you just saying, okay, we prepared it. Because we've had them for like 6 months or whatever it is. So that's fine. So to prepare it, it does cost you
2 BP.
4 BP to prepare a forest.
Oh my god.
Yep. And then to turn it into a sawmill costs 3 BP, so it costs 7 total.
Oh my god, that's really expensive.
How many do we have?
You had 18. You're down
18.
to 11 at the
We
moment.
won't be able to build anything of import then.
That's not
'cause
necessarily
those-
true. Let's look at your actual town. Do we have an actual town chart over here? I think I do. So let's bring this over here for a second and close this down. Is there anything you wanted to build in your town as it is right now? And I think this is.
I was thinking we needed a marketplace. We keep making all these trade deals, and we have no
Look up-
marketplace.
Look up the
That's
cost
true.
of marketplace for yourself.
I would want a marketplace and a smithy. Both are very important.
Smithy is very important for what it was that you guys were discussing before.
hmm Let me have a look. Smithy is 6 BP, and a marketplace is 40. A market is 48 BP. So no,
No.
nah. However, a smithy is 6 BP, so we could do that.
Why is this not copy paste? Oh, I know why. Because I'm not the GM of the game on that screen. Haha. Copy paste.
And
On
smithy
here,
adds
paste.
1 to economy and stability,
Right here.
and is reasonably important given armies, etc.
Okay, and
Yeah.
I believe she had specifically asked for it to be over by Jaeger's mansion.
However, we don't want to put it adjacent because other things get bonuses for being adjacent to a mansion, correct?
Correct. So you want to build it, I imagine, in this spot right here. Oh, we both pinged at the same time.
It's like putting a hand on each other when reaching for the same thing.
That's exactly what it's like. All right, cool. So let's move some stuff over so it's not like on top of each other. So we have, this is actually going to be, we're going to rename this piece here to Jaeger's Mansion, which is, I believe, YAEGAR_S Mansion. And that her name is, spell it for me, Jake, because you always have it.
He doesn't.
Who are we talking about?
Hansa.
Hansa. Hansa, right?
Yeah.
Hansa's Smithy. Cool. So we have Hansa's Smithy, we have Jaeger's Mansion, we have the Mole Ruins have become a castle. So we can delete the ruins, create the castle, and
become
eliminate
a-
the other options.
Age of Empires castle.
Yep. And that is currently how our kingdom is looking on your little sheet that you guys can see. Shrine to Horrendous,
not
Shrine to
bad.
Frogar. It's actually not at all. Let's look at the terrain improvements. We already did the cost of that, which is expensive. Kingdom buildings. You said smithy. Where are
6
you?
BP.
Cost 6. Let's take off your kingdom tracking. So push you down to 5. And adds +1 to economy and stability, which actually is a really good thing because I think you guys just added 2 to your stability, which is really, 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 really good.
Indeed.
So Smith. So that's really good news, even though it seems like, economies. It didn't add. Oh, I know why. 1. There we go. Now I applied it on there. So you added economy and whatnot there. You do have the ability, if you would like, to build a building. Had you had claimed what's it called, raid, you could have done this for free over in raid instead of here. You do have the ability to build another house or tenement if you would like. It's up to you. You don't have to.
Is
How
it
much
1 BP?
Yeah, let's check. How much is a house?
Tenements are dirt cheap, and they only add.
Yeah,
+1
but
to
they're
unrest.
also not amazing.
They add 1 to unrest, but unrest can go away on its own too by, like, say, turning it into a house later on or whatever, or building at the same time as a wall.
BP. So house is 3 BP.
And don't forget your promise to the lands to. Well, we'll get to that afterwards, because you obviously can't do that this month because you've already done too many improvements. But that's fine.
It adds +2 unrest, a tenement.
Yeah, but I think like walls remove 2, which is why like you would do 2 at the same time or something like that. But what were you saying?
Kingdom. And a house minus is 1 unrest.
So do you want to build any more? Or no, you don't need it right now.
I don't know. It's a difficult one because we're running low on the old BP front. And I don't know how valuable houses are.
They are important for putting against other things. Let's say, for instance, you wanted to put right here is where you wanted to market. So where's the market? Right here is where you want to market. You have to have 2 houses or tenements next to it. So you would have to build here eventually to put a market there. But tenements are a great option for, like, let's say, for instance, you guys are trying to not, like, kill yourselves right now. So a tenement costs how much? 1 BP, takes up 1 lot, but increases your unrest by 2. But if you also at the same time build walls, which you unfortunately can't build a wall right now because you can't do that for free at the same time as like a tenement you can do for free. Where's city wall? So where's C for city wall? I think it's under C for city wall, right? Yeah, that removes 2, so you can spend 3 BP to increase and decrease by 2 unrest, netting to 0. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So.
In that case, why don't we place the 1 tenement here?
Okay, so
What do you think?
oh, because you're eventually going to put the marketplace down
And
there.
then you can have the market down there.
Cool. So you're going to increase your unrest by 2 this time, but next time you're going to decrease it by 2 when you build the wall.
Maybe if we build a wall, or we can just decrease it naturally.
Sure. Does that sound good to you, Jake?
Yeah, I'm good with that.
Okay. So you put the tenement there. And by the way, this isn't Pathfinder Kingmaker, the video game. So you can do it like here and go sideways with the marketplace if you cared to. It's entirely up to you. So for aesthetics, you can do whatever you'd like.
Cool.
You want to go there?
Yeah, that's fine.
Perfect. So we're spending 1 more BP, getting you down to 4 BP total and increasing your unrest by 2. I want you to do me a favor, because tenement housing is supposed to be just like large numbers of lower income housing. Lower income being like, not like completely absolute shit, but I want you to describe what they look like in your Kurzfall. What do these tenement houses look like for your people?
Imagine like a classic Tudor street where these buildings, like, you probably don't know what a Tudor street might look like because, you know, you're an uncultured American.
And he's also a, Australian.
So it's like, it's a building that's thinner at the bottom and it spreads out on each floor because you paid by floor space back in the Tudor period. Mm-hmm. So it would go up a floor, and they're not tall floors, they're reasonably squat floors to make more space for like 3 floors in total. And like each one of these little corridors leads into a house, which then like a family can occupy a floor rather than them having a house or anything like that.
Cool.
And they're like pressed close in together, so there's not much space in these little alleys, which is why it adds to unrest, because it's the perfect place to mug someone.
Beautiful. So, and we are building our tenement housing right there. Our town's population is spiking. It's beautiful. It's actually gone up to 1,800. The kingdom's overall population is up to 2,350, which is beautiful. Over 2,000 people under your command now, under your rule, which is wonderful. Because he's been busy lately, we'll say that each you and Jake are controlling 1,000 people, and Tesh can get 350. So the people he's seen on the countryside. So beautiful. That's wonderful there. So why don't we move away and go back to the actual kingdom stuff? I love how much you're filling out your thing. Oh, this is also super important. 2, 4, 6, 8, 12, 13 total, right? Let me count that again. So 4, 8, 10, 12, 13 total. Do you step up from here? What is your kingdom? Does it step up? Oh, no, it's still a town because you're not at 16 yet. It's once you get to 17 pieces filled out that you're actually considered not a town but a city, which is crazy.
We're not far off then.
No, you're not. You're actually building very rapidly. All right, moving on. So let's go back to the actual map of the game. Pull back a little bit so you guys can see. Here we go. So back to the rules. So I want to remind you that right here, you guys were promising Leshev that you would eventually claim to the left. and you'd build this way, you'd build roads this way, so on and so forth.
Yep.
Claiming land, I believe, counts as improvements. Is that true? It does not. Did you want to claim the hex to the left since you increased your stability by 2? So more or less, if you...
Not yet, because they haven't officially told us that they're agreeing to this yet. They have said that they agreed, but they said they need to send their elders and whatnot. And as a reasonable ruler, I can't commit my people to doing this until they have accepted.
That's what I'm hearing. A whole lot of this. It works, though. It works.
That's all that low chef section was.
Oh, that's beautiful. All right, so moving on. You're going to the next part of the kingdom tracking.
The best part.
Edicts.
Income. Oh, no.
Edicts. So, what are you doing with your edicts, boys? Currently where it stands, you have recruitment is aggressive, -1 stability and economy, but increases the number of people that are coming in, right? Taxation is normal, propaganda is standard, and holidays are bi-monthly.
I honestly think we should drop down our promotion edict to standard from aggressive. So that's a -1 on the stability bonus, but an extra 2 BP per turn that is not being eaten.
Hold on. You're saying recruitments to drop that down?
Yeah.
Or are you talking about propaganda?
Your promotion.
So if you're looking at, the promotion is propaganda. I believe.
Oh,
yes.
is it? Oh, okay. Well,
Yeah.
it's not
So
in
if
the
you-
elite.
So the edicts chart on Roll20 unfortunately does not count the 4th category.
Okay. Never mind,
I
let
can
me-
add it in there. It's just not there at the moment. My
That's fine.
apologies.
Let me have a look. Kingdom building.
I feel like we should have recruitment still at aggressive.
Yeah, I kind of agree, but the problem is that we can't necessarily afford it.
Can you guys send me your email links and DMs real quick, so I can make sure you guys have the ability to edit my King Tracker sheet?
Yeah, sure.
You can throw in the either DMs or our Kingmaker secret room.
Don't go spreading it about now, Scott. You naughty boy.
I am sending you porn right. Bam.
Perfect. That's what I wanted.
Perfect.
What do you want? You want my email?
Huh?
What do you want my email?
So I can make it so you can also edit the King Tracker sheet.
Yeah.
I love how suspicious Jake is.
I
just wasn't sure if that's what he wanted.
I have
Don't you
Jake's
have my email?
Yeah, I'm just not gonna go searching for it. Like, you can type it fast, I can search for it. All right.
Oh, you gain experience. Reach a kingdom of size 11, 2,400 XP. Pay up, Scott.
Nope. So, you guys are. Actually,
Right,
do you have
so-
things? Go ahead.
I can't find this. I need to find the edicts. I can't find
So if you actually look at the front page, the kingdom sheet, right underneath it says edicts is holiday, propaganda, taxation, recruitment.
optional edicts. There's no. Which edict is this? There's no.
If you talk about recruitment,
Yeah.
is pulling in soldiers.
Yeah, but it's not in the D20 PFR
The recruitment one.
No.
No, this is like a little side note thing. It actually has to pertain not directly to the kingdom building. It pertains to another group of rules called mass combat, and it's too hard to try to explain how to navigate there. The short version is if you the data sheet. If you click on the data sheet, which is the last tab all the way over, and scroll all the way down to the near the
Edict recruitment. Okay, yeah, I got it.
Actually,
Minus
it's near the
one.
top. Yeah. Here you go.
-1. Okay, so it's actually minusing economy and stability.
But it's increasing the number of soldiers you're able to have on hand at any point in time, and building up.
Okay, I guess we'll hold off for now then.
Okay. All right. So you get there. Moving on. Anything else you guys want to do here? No edict exchange.
No, because people get grumpy if we change it too much.
Exactly. All right. So let's move on. And let's do the last part, the part that you were excited about. Who? Oh wait, hold on. No, you're not rolling for it yet. First, you get to either put in or withdraw, and most importantly, you get to sell through the kingdom. So, are you?
Yeah.
Do you have any money you're gonna put through the kingdom to add to your BP at the moment, or no?
We don't have any money.
You have magic items you can push through the kingdom, but I imagine you're doing nothing there. Cool.
No. Do I get to, is this the part where I get to roll for my mold coins?
It is, and you're gonna do that before you roll for taxation, correct?
Okay.
Awesome. So,
Yeah, because I can't remember his name, but our treasurer said he'd try and organize it.
Yeah, what's his name? Yeah, Edric.
Edric said that, and he is going to organize it. We're going to roll for it in a moment. If you guys are doing nothing else, we're going to take care of that. So why don't you roll for me, Jake, to see how well this plays out. Now, reminder that your economy roll currently is with a plus 9.
That's a good point. What went on with the magic item that we made?
My apologies. Oh, magic item. We'll get to that afterwards, because that kind of doesn't come into place till afterwards.
What if we want to sell it?
Well,
Oh, we have to buy it. We have to buy it, don't we?
It's not yours to sell, exactly. It's your kingdom's. Mm-hmm. So, Jake, you're going to make that 1d20 plus 9 roll. It's been so long since we did this, we lost our streamlinedness. Which I have no problem with if we're doing it very...
Oh,
11.
Oh, no.
Would you like to enhance that to see if you can make that any better than
The
Jake?
Well, that's
The Jake roll.
it'll
you
just
made?
come back this this month that he couldn't deal with it, right? Or just try again later.
I will tell you the result when I see the numerical result.
Okay.
Sorry, not to be vague, Jake.
No, that's fine.
Go on, luck dice. It's worth it.
Which is an 11. There we go.
I wish there's something more we could have.
14.
Yeah. Sorry, Jake. So with your 14 total, which isn't bad, by the way, with your 14 total, he actually comes back to you and he says, hold on, I just gotta look and see how much it was again, just to make sure I get my number right in my head. Because you were just selling yours, Jake, correct?
Yeah.
We don't have any others to sell.
And you weren't even selling all of it. You were selling... I'm just trying to find where you have your valuables written. You have that written down somewhere. Here we go.
In additional gear.
You were selling, was it the Electrum or the gold ones?
I
think it was the
told
Electrum.
him I had both, and he was like, let me more or less reach out and see what I can do. So
So he
I
comes...
hadn't actually chose, but I can.
No, that's fine. So he comes back and says, so, what's your name? Chosen of the Blade. I did go around and I asked about who I could and tried to reach out to some of my old contacts. I'm going to be straight up honest with you here. It seems as though some of the old contacts that I knew beforehand, they heard how I'm no longer working with Hod Gwen. They happen to have friends in Hod Gwen. Let's be serious. Some ties were severed. I couldn't kind of reach out to the people that I knew for a fact would be interested in that stuff. I had to do some back channels, kind of go through other people. Everybody wanted a little cut along the way. I could sell them. I could sell all 800 coins for you. No problem. But I'm only making 1,000 gold off of it. So, I mean, at face value, you gave me about 550 gold. You know, if you're looking at a face value, so it's kind of doubling the value of face for these coins. I thought I could get much more than that for them, but I'm pulling in 1,000 gold for you. The deal is a pretty hot one. It's kind of take it or leave it. I'll tell you right now, if you take the deal, they might be willing to do more trading in the future. If you renege on the deal, we might lose this fish. Either that or they're going to be a bit more grumpy in trying to deal with this particular contact. It's your call.
Okay. So, was he talking about the gold coins or the Electrum?
Both, because you had told him that you had both, so he's reaching out with both. So he's saying
Yeah,
face
so
value.
I have 800 then.
Correct,
coins.
but the actual face value of that is 550.
Oh, is that? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, but he can sell it total for 1,000. So you can more or less double its face value.
I mean, how important is this contact, really?
I'm here to do exactly what you want. I can find other contacts, but you know how these things. It's like a hen house. Chicken's gonna cluck. So I mean, if we renege on this one deal, word gets round. We renege on deals. It just doesn't look good. But again, I'll be honest with you. I don't think it's the best of deals. It's kind of setting a precedence for the future. And mind you, this was after the back and forth, and we went for a while.
Yeah.
Maybe we could do a partial. Maybe we can sell him some, and he won't be too pissed off. I don't know. It's up to you, Chosen.
He says, sell him the Electrum.
Just the Electrum?
Yeah.
Hold on. Let me look at my tally and get back to you. 1 second. He kind of leaves the chamber, goes back to how he had the notes and everything. Comes back and he's got a book with them, and he's kind of this is so much more difficult without what's his name? Hold on. Without Elliot here to work through this stuff. And he kind of looks at you. He's like, any word on that yet?
Not at the moment.
Hearing what happened to Dwayne, I feel bad for that scrawny son of a bitch. All right, let's see. It looks here like I can sell the Electrum for, 675 gold.
Yep, do it.
All right, we'll hold on to the coin, and maybe I can try and reach out some more.
Yeah, that sounds good.
All right, as you say, Chosen. I'll get that gold to you as soon as possible. In which case, more or less immediately remove the 500 for your character sheet, add 675 gold onto your character sheet. You're fine there. And he says, "I'll try harder next time. I'm sorry I played out the way it did."
That's fine, Edric.
The good news is we did collect taxes, and things kind of worked out. Would you like to roll that check for me, Jake?
You want me to roll yet? What am I rolling?
It's going to be 1d20 plus economy. And you do 1d20.
Economy is 9.
Correct.
I believe.
Roll well. Yay! 27 divided by 3 equals 9 BP plus 1 because you just built the sawmill. So in the future it counts as consumption, but for now it counts as part of economy. 10 BP. On the bright side, the taxes came in, and the amount of trade that's been coming through our place has been absolutely incredible. As a matter of fact, we've had these new traders that have been coming in from the south. They all come in wearing some pretty fine armor, but I won't lie, they have no problem paying taxes. They seem like a pretty honorable sort of people. They come walking in, they make their trades, they sell the deals they need to. They never give any guff whatsoever, perfectly follow every law of the lands to the T. Very, very keep to themselves and kind sort. And we've, since trade opened up to them, apparently they heard from Rid to come up here and start doing some trade in our way because of contacts and Rid kind of reaching out. They've been doing an incredible job boosting our economy. So I am happy to say that we're pulling in a good amount. That brings our BP from that sad little 4 back up to a 14, boys. We're still alive. Still alive.
We need to save up for a market.
Yeah, I would like to say, sir, that Majesty, that if we had a marketplace, things would be going well. They are coming up from Rid as opposed to trading with us through Rid, because Rid specifically tossed the suggestion of them coming this way. I would like to think that if we opened up a marketplace, people would come here of their own volition. Especially if we claimed Rid, even Rid's trades would come this way. Or perhaps if Rid's on the river. I know there's been talks of claiming Rid. Perhaps claiming Rid and putting a marketplace there. Maybe that wouldn't be a bad idea. For at least the beginning.
Thinking, Treasurer. Good thinking.
Yeah. Well, either way, we can discuss this stuff at our next meeting. Is there anything else you want me to try to sell over the course of the next few weeks? Something that you have on your possession, or perhaps those coins? Reach out to different avenues?
Yeah, try again for the gold coins.
All right, I've been stretching out all my reaches to the south and to the east.
Maybe I'll keep them for now, and we'll just wait a little while.
Anything else you want to try to reach out and see if you can sell instead?
No, I think I'm good.
If you change your minds, let me know. The sooner the better. It'll impact whether or not I can find a buyer.
Yeah.
Bows.
Thank you.
Walks out with his book. And that is where things are going to settle. Except one more thing. Neil! Last time a event did not happen, because you rolled 25, there's a 75% chance that an event happens. I need you to choose what is good. High, low, middle high, middle low.
High is good.
So we need a 76 to 100 for no event to happen.
Slash roll 1d100.
Let's see what that means. You don't know now. You don't know now. What you do know is that a new day, a new month in your wonderful kingdom. So with everything having taken care of, and actually things kind of worked out pretty well. You're not as poor as you thought you might be. Why don't we... Oh, thanks for the coffee, love. Third cup of coffee. Much bigger than the other two. So, why don't we take a... Ooh, what flavor... Hey, Britt, what flavor is that? Huh. Chocolate peanut butter. So, why don't we take a quick little break? We'll come back and do our last little tidbit of this session. So, we will be back in just a moment's time. Bye, everyone.
Oh.